also my choice to come up on the lift, which was a horrible decision.
Why?
So embarrassing.
No, I think it was cool.
Oh my God, it was so embarrassing. And I'm like, why is this going so slow? And I realized recently what happened. I was watching clips of Sabrina Carpenter, and she came up on something, and she was in a squat. And then when they get halfway up, then they stand as it's coming up. And I'm like, oh, that's what you're supposed to do.
You just didn't have enough pop star training.
No, I didn't. I just stood fully up the whole time, and it was too slow. And I was supposed to squat and then go up, and I just...
This is why next special, it needs to be directed by like a Wade Robson. Like you need a choreographer, Lorianne Gibson. Like that's I think what we need.
I think next special I need to do the thing where it just starts while I'm talking. You know?
Los Angeles this Friday night at the Comedy Store Belly Room, October 18th, and then Tacoma, Washington, November 1st and November 22nd and 23rd. I'll be in Austin, Texas. Get tickets at the link in the description or my Instagram bio. Thanks, bye. For a limited time, Home Chef is offering our listeners 18 free meals plus free dessert for life and, of course, free shipping on your first box. Go to homechef.com/Trash Tuesday. That's homechef.com/Trash Tuesday for 18 free meals and free dessert for life. You heard that right. Homechef.com/Trash Tuesday. Must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert.
Good Americans Always Fits jeans are a total game changer. Shop now at goodamerican.com or click our link in the description here. Use promo code Trash Tuesday for $50 off your first pair. Don't forget to select podcast at checkout and choose our show to let them know we sent you. Kalshi, yeah, you can trade on that. They're giving a $20 bonus on their app for the first 500 people who join with our code and deposit $100. Get a $20 bonus when you deposit $100 using their mobile app. Go to kalshi.com/Trash Tuesday and download the app today. That's kalshi.com/Trash Tuesday.
Okay, we're back in the College Radio studio today. Thank you, Maria Menounos. Today we have someone who I went on her TV show and I asked her on national TV, will you be my podcast? I cornered you and you said yes. So here we have her, Taylor Tomlinson. Welcome.
Genius move, Esther.
Thank you.
By the way, I think I said on the show, I was like, I would love to do your podcast in a very sincere way.
It felt real, and that's why I followed up.
Yeah, I meant it.
Clearly.
I really like podcasts when you're genuinely looking forward to talking to the people you're going to see. I hate doing podcasts when it's just press.
Oh, and it's like the same questions you've been asked a million. How did you get into comedy?
Literally.
Like, yeah, no, I'm here. I hear you.
But I feel like we've been trying to schedule this for like a year.
Yeah.
So we both want to be here. It's good.
I know, and I'm excited to see you because when I was on After Midnight, you know, I was at least nervous. I don't know if you were, but it's
Were you nervous?
Well, it's like a competition show. You have to like know your stuff. I don't know. I was also super pregnant and just like in my misery mode where it's like
so pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh, that was at the tail end of your pregnancy.
Yeah.
You had just done the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
It was like the day after the Tonight Show.
Oh,
and you're
that's
like,
right.
I shouldn't have flown. Like the doctor told me not to.
Wait, that's crazy because I do remember feeling very uncomfortable knowing that you were flying at like 37, 38 weeks.
You think you were uncomfortable? I was in hell on a flight and I had a lie flat seat and it was still so uncomfortable. I thought it'd be okay. The secret is I had like one of those massage balls and just the entire 6-hour flight, I'm just like rolling it around on different parts of my body. That's the only way you can cope.
No, Esther worked and recorded until she was crowning.
That's crazy.
But you would be the same. You would work in the delivery room.
That's
like
true. I feel like we gotta get a TikTok.
Yeah, I know you would.
No, I'd have to stop working long enough to get pregnant. I wouldn't stop working long enough to have sex to get pregnant. Like you need like a night off for that, right? Just to even get pregnant.
You need like you really only need 15 minutes. But
I mean, I have that during the day.
Yeah, lunch break.
Yeah.
Do you? I heard you on another podcast say that you used to know that you wanted kids, and now you're like, I'm not sure. Where are you now with it? I have to ask.
Here's what's hard is listening to you talk about how much you love being a mom. That's dangerous. You're changing people's minds out in the world who are on the fence, and they're going, "Oh my God, Esther." Well,
Esther can do it.
No, not even that. Just like she's making it sound really great.
Oh my God.
I think I was very into the idea of having kids until I was like 26. And then I sort of started allowing myself to go, well, what if I didn't have kids? What would my life look like? And then I hit a couple years where I was like, I'm not doing it. And the freedom I felt. And then in the last few months, I don't know what's happening hormonally, but when I see babies out in the world on the street, I'm getting like weepy again.
Really?
Yeah, which hasn't really happened for the last 5 years. So.
Interesting. See, I never was into babies and I never thought I wanted kids. Like even ever since I was little, I was like, I don't want kids. If I have them, I'm going to wait till I'm like in my 40s if it's possible. Like I never did. And then it wasn't honest to God truth until I worked on a show with Shay Mitchell while she was pregnant. And I was like, oh, people get pregnant. Like people
get pregnant.
Like I almost had to like spend every day for like 3 months next to a pregnant woman to be like, it really is contagious.
Do you feel like it's because Shay Mitchell is so hot though?
Yes.
Like I think that sometimes where I'm like, do you want a baby, Taylor, or did you just see a hot woman holding a baby?
That's exactly. It's aspirational.
Yeah, like if you'd seen Shay Mitchell holding a smoothie for 3 months,
Which
I have to
and
get a smoothie.
I did get that smoothie. You are onto something, and you know me better than I wish you did. And then what happened was I got pregnant, had a miscarriage, and then I was like, the world exploded. Like, wait, why did I want this? I don't know. And then I sort of realized that I was afraid of not being able to do it. I think because of the miscarriage was very like traumatic.
Yeah.
And then now that I don't know, this is a long-winded way of saying like I was the person that never thought I wanted them, and now that I did it, I'm like, yes. And I also think whatever you think you'll be like as a mom, or if you want kids, or how you feel about it, you're right. Like I think all the little thoughts I had, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the greatest thing for this reason. But I also don't want to be the person that's like, you have to have kids. Yeah. Because I do think you can have a totally awesome, fulfilling life without children, but I also think it's awesome.
I have a question about that.
Yes.
I have a real aversion to like stickiness, and I don't like baby smells. Like I don't like people like the smell of a newborn. You know, people are like, oh, it's intoxicating. I don't.
Oh.
So does that automatically disqualify me from like being a good mom?
I think you should come over and smell my baby.
But yours will be different, you know.
Will you like the smell of your own newborn?
I think so.
Because I do love my dog's breath.
You like yours.
Yeah.
But other people's, you're like, don't around me.
Yeah, don't drool on me.
Yeah.
You're right, because I do like my dog's breath.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Sucking my baby's boogers out of her nose with an electric booger sucker
Thank God you said with an electric I was about to say.
Old school way.
Ooh, okay.
Making you nervous.
And you lost me. All right.
It is so satisfying. Like anything that you think is gross is never gross when it comes to your baby.
What about sensory stuff? Like sticky ice. Do you guys not have?
Oh, I have that.
You do?
When my hands are sticky, I short circuit, and
Same.
I have to like leave the party. Like I say, hey, washing my hands is not enough. I need to that's when I need to bathe. You don't have this?
I don't have sticky hands. I'm a grown up.
Oh.
I couldn't tell you the last time I was like couldn't tell you. I think
never just like put your
10.
hand in a cinnamon roll and just
No.
okay.
Wow.
You're eating a cinnamon roll with your hands?
We just did, honestly,
use
right before you got here. We like
Really?
clawed into some pastries hard.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
There's still a
fork and
crumb
knife
right there.
situation.
Are you not into desserts?
No, I am, but I
Okay.
just can't. You just can't. It's just a.
You just do a clean.
I
in a
just
clean
had
way.
just once you have like health stuff, you're like, well, that's just gonna be a problem for like hours afterward.
What is the health stuff?
Oh, just like I can't handle dairy. Like I'm just
Lactose?
lactose. I just
Yeah.
can't do. And then like I had a bunch of stuff in the last year that made me like mess with my diet a bunch. And now I feel like I'm hyper aware of anything I put in my body. If it turns into like one pimple, I'm like, well, I'm like tracking it back.
Yes.
Like I think all that kind of shit, or even just like my energy levels. And I think also just doing the show and touring on the weekends, I'm like, oh, I literally don't have time to feel bad because
Yeah.
I ate a cinnamon roll.
I mean, honestly, though, like you make a really good point, because I've always been so proud of the fact that I'm like, oh, I'm not lactose. I can drink milk all day, eat but as soon as I eat or drink a drop of milk, I can see the pimple grow.
What?
Yeah.
I am like a dairy pimple girl. And I swear to God, like it's either a butt pimple, somewhere it grows in my body and it grows big and cystic.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not lactose, but this is what dairy does to me.
Yeah. You don't have that.
I don't. If I do, I'm not paying attention close enough.
Really?
Like I used to go dairy-free options whenever I could, and then now I'm like every other girl on TikTok, I'm like, gotta get my protein in. So I'm like, oh, whole milk has protein, so that's what I'm choosing. Is that psychotic?
And you're doing the raw milk thing?
I'm not doing raw milk.
Okay.
You scared me off of raw milk. Okay. Congratulations. I'm not as pretty as I could be because of you.
What is the difference? What's raw milk?
It's non-pasteurized milk.
Like it's just they took it from the bucket?
I think so.
Yeah, straight from the tap.
Who's doing that?
The crunchy moms.
The pretty girls.
Yeah.
Are they pretty?
I think so.
Do they?
Not because of that. That's not why. This is the problem. People who are genetically,
I know,
just God's favorites,
and then
will do this crazy shit and be like, this is why I look like this. Is like, it's not though.
I fall for it every time, and I'm 36. Like I've been doing this for so long, and I won't stop.
Which is so funny because you look 24.
Thank you so much.
But if you came in today and you're like, I look 24 because I have unpasteurized milk, I'd be like, shut this podcast down. It's spreading misinformation. Being a mother is not miraculous, and unpasteurized milk does not make you look young.
You look young too, though. You have the young face.
We both have the round.
That's all it is.
Youthful faces.
Then that really is what it comes down to. It's really nothing more than that. You're just round.
Well, it's like one of the were you ever somebody who wanted to get like your buckle fat?
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, and then now everybody's like, everyone who did that looks older. And I don't even know if I agree with that necessarily. I think everyone looks pretty good. But everyone tells me, they're like, no, you want to keep your full face because you'll look younger longer.
Did you really consider getting it?
No, I wouldn't get it. But
you wouldn't. See, I looked into it.
I would if I wasn't scared.
We had the same friend introduce the idea as well.
Yeah, when we
Esther.
were like in our 20s, our friend was like, this is what we do. And then we were all like researching it. And I was serious, but also too scared.
Yeah. I think I have some... I never judge anyone else for getting anything done, but for some reason, whenever I'm like, what if I got this done? I'm just like, you dumb bitch. Read a book. Go for a walk. Better yourself. How dare you take the easy way out? And I don't feel that way about anyone else. Just me.
No, we're the hardest on ourselves.
It's so weird.
We were just talking about this before you got here. Like my anxiety and spirals about like the things that I don't like about myself. Mm-hmm. I would never judge anyone else for that. If someone came to me with these things, I would be like, oh my God, you have to give yourself grace. But when it comes to me, I'm like, no, you little bitch.
Yeah, also the recovery.
The recovery. But okay, I made the grave mistake of getting Botox, masseter Botox for my TMJ, and it sunk my face in so much that I lost like the volume, and I looked older, and I just looked terrible. Thank God it only lasted 3 months. I did. I'll show you pictures.
Sorry, I don't want to.
The smile, Taylor, I swear.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you did.
Just let her have it.
Okay, no, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
But what you're saying, if I talk to other people the way I talk to myself, like I would just be like an evil fucking monster.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's so crazy. Yeah, anything I look up that I'm like, should I do that? It's just the recovery videos scare me off of it, I think. Because I'm like, also, if something went wrong, I'd be so...
Embarrassed?
Yeah. I'm like, I'll be the one who gets... Like, I've never gotten Botox because I'm too scared.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
I'm just like... And now that I do TV every day, I really can't. Like, we had 5 weeks off over the summer, and I was like... Did they give us 5 weeks off because it's enough time for me to recover from something? Someone tell me. Just blink if CBS wants me to get something done. I'll do it, but just tell me.
I need to know right now.
I need to know right now.
You work a lot. Like, you're very busy. You do a lot. Now, this is something I want to talk about with you too, Khalyla. Like, I want to talk about the different stages and phases of the menstrual cycle. Let's go back to health class.
Interesting.
Because I am like really feeling each stage so clearly, and I'm like, am I the only one? I look at you're working nonstop. Like, does the certain stages, does your luteal phase ever get you down?
Just really is like a big trigger for me. That luteal phase takes me down to the pits of hell.
No, I know.
Ovulation's the good one.
Ovulation's so great.
Why don't we go through?
I'm invincible.
Let's say, so okay, starts the first day of your cycle is the menstrual phase, right? That you're bleeding, but That's it, right?
You're bleeding, but your estrogen's already climbing.
Okay.
Yeah, so like right before your estrogen is at its lowest, and it starts to climb. That's when you start to feel yourself again.
And then you
until
get into
hit your
follicular.
Follicular is
So
the
it's
second.
menstrual, follicular, ovulation, luteal.
And then downhill, pits of hell.
Yeah, so it's like it's really good until you hit the luteal phase, and that's when you're like bed rotting, anxiety spikes. Like I just feel
Body
like,
dysmorphia.
yeah. Do you experience like the highs and the lows of the cycle, and how do you handle it?
So here's the thing. I had really painful periods, and I got on low estrogen when I was 19, and it makes you not have a period.
Wait, what is that?
It's a birth control.
Are you still on it?
Mm-hmm. So I haven't had my period in like years.
Oh, wow.
So
And that's why I work so much.
literally,
I don't know how I got sick once a month for years of my life. And every once in a while, I see those videos where they're like, get off of birth control. It's the worst thing you could possibly be on. And when I was doing my podcast with Delaney and Kelsey, we had some sort of doctor on, and she was like, get off of birth control. And they both got off of birth control. And I was like, not me, bitch. I'm staying on it, and we're going to take the risk because I love not having my period. And I've asked my doctors, I'm like, should I get off of this? Is this bad? And they're like, no, you're fine. So
is it a shot or a pill?
no, it's a pill. I take a pill every day.
It's basically, it's the same thing if you had like the NuvaRing, say for instance, and you just don't allow yourself to bleed and you just put a new one up there, right? It's the same concept. You just don't allow for your period week.
I don't even skip the pills. I just don't get my period on it.
Wow.
Yeah, which is apparently common on that birth control.
This is really interesting.
All the comments are like, you're dying. As doctors, I'm like,
No, she has doctors.
it's fine.
She's
And I
paid by CBS.
And I work so much, so it's fine. It's all working out.
Whoa, that my mind is blown at what that life could be like. Because I'm over here slumming it in the cycle.
Yeah, no, the cycle's bad. Again, haven't really been there for 11 years, but I remember vaguely, and it was bad. I mean, I felt like I had like the flu once a month. It was so bad. It was so heavy. I felt so sick.
Yeah.
I feel like
So
then you are the
nauseous.
perfect candidate then for
Yeah.
birth control, especially if
Yeah.
you have like those issues. Because Esther, but also in your case, you were pregnant, so you're like the equivalent of taking like 100 birth control pills a day to 0 overnight.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm really feeling the phases now post pregnancy. Because I didn't have them for so long, and so I'm like, it's just every different stage. I'm like, we're living like freaks.
It's insane.
This is not. This is bad.
It's really bad.
I used to think it was an unusual request for me to not film for Tiger Belly 3 days before my period. I'm like, if we can just schedule everything so we keep those days just free, because I would feel oily, ugly, dry. Everything, like my life was just like crumbling in those 3 days. And so yeah, I mean, I now I don't think it's an unusual request, because I'm like, it really feels that terrible. And I know that you've been texting me about how shitty you've been feeling, right?
Yeah, I feel bad because I went home to see my parents like in the luteal phase, and I was just a raging bitch the whole time.
no.
It's fine. They can handle it. If anyone can handle it, it's them. What is your advice though for like staying healthy, work? Because you are truly like, you get it done. Like, how do you do that? Are you ever lazy? Do you identify as lazy ever?
No, but I also don't have a family or a successful relationship. So it's like, if I had to balance, maybe that would be tougher. No, I think I'm probably just a little unhealthy, and I get most of my self-worth from my career and being productive and making things. Like after my last breakup, I was like, should I write a book? Like I just need to always be doing something.
Creative expression.
Yeah. You're right. And I'm going to tell my therapist that. No, I don't know. I think I do like to work, and I really like my jobs. At the same time, an hour before I go on stage, you're like, I would do anything not to be here.
Wait.
I want to go home.
Why is that?
I
What,
don't
you have
know.
that too?
Yeah, I was talking to Sophie about it the other day, because I was like really feeling it on set this week, and I'm like, I think this is just what jobs are though.
Yeah.
Because I do feel this way on the road too. Like I love being on the road all day, and then just like the 45 minutes before I have to go on stage, I'm like, what am I doing? Like,
Okay.
what was I
I have a
thinking?
theory.
Yes.
So I think that we are performers and we love what we do, and like all the positive things are there, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, lately for me, I think there's this like animal instinct that's coming out. Like, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's deeper than like the conscious brain. And it's like how if this were a million years ago, whenever people were like, it's scary to do public speak.
Yeah.
Right. That doesn't mean that we don't love performing and being, but there is like this instinct that's like, wait, I'm going to go out there and what if they hate me and then the tribe kills me or something? Like, I do think there's something going on there. Is that possible?
I think so too.
Neither of you strike me as people with ADHD necessarily, but I read this thing where either it has to do with ADHD or OCD or some type of like neurodivergence where you dread all of the things you enjoy. Like they're everything. Like even if this is the thing you love the most. Let's suppose like a hobby you love, Esther. What?
Dance.
Oh,
I dread it.
Yes, exactly.
You dread dancing?
Yeah, because
it's never after, right?
I just broke your heart.
As someone who can't dance, that broke my heart. Because dance is wasted on you. No, I'm kidding.
It truly is.
Oh
no,
my God.
because it's like to go to a ballet class, like my in-laws are in town, and so like this is my chance this weekend to go do ballet classes at the studio that I really like. And I know that when I've been like dreaming, thinking of the ballet class, I know when it comes down to it, I'm gonna be like, I don't want to go. It's like hard work.
No, that's exactly how I feel. Like I love being in the ocean. I love diving. I love being in the water. But when I have to put my wetsuit on, and if I'm looking at the tide come in, I am like, why am I doing this? Why am I here?
Wait.
And it's that weird feeling of dread. But then afterwards, I'm like on a high, like a dopamine high.
Okay, but here's my question. Is what you're talking about, is it just you only dread things you enjoy, or do you just dread everything?
I
'Cause
dread
that's depression.
everything. I dread everything, even
And same.
meeting. Wait, I think it is depression
I think it's
because
depression.
it's like I could be excited about seeing someone I haven't seen in a long time. Like I really want to catch up with this person. I love this person. Objectively, I want to be in their company. But come the day of, I'm dreading even.
I hope they cancel.
I hope they cancel.
If they loved me, they would.
Exactly. If they knew me at all, they
knew
would.
me at all.
And but it's that constant feeling and it never goes away.
Here's what I've been running into, and this is very dark. Have you had this happen where you hope things get canceled, they do get canceled, you have a free day to rest, and you're miserable the whole day?
Of course.
All the time.
A day off.
Yeah.
Nothing seems better and then is worse than a day off.
Yes.
That is it. You just want it. You're waiting. Oh, if I could just, and then you're like, what am I?
My God. When I was younger, though, I
These my
loved
hands?
it. When I was younger, I could fully bed rot in a nice way and enjoy it and really nest. And now I can't do it. I just feel guilty and bad. And I don't know, maybe because we're closer to death? I'm not sure. I don't know what happened. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up. I'm really sorry about that.
Wait, that's so interesting because I do... again, like you said, if someone cancels last minute, I'm like, bless your heart. You are a kind citizen. Thank you for knowing me. Mm-hmm. And then I spend those next 2 hours doing absolutely fuck all. And then I'm just sweating in bed, hating myself.
And your brain is just mush.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I've wasted a day. I haven't done anything productive, made no contact with outside world. And now I am a unlovable hermit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, what is that? I'm blown away that we all have this.
Yeah, if I'm watching TV now, I have to be on my walking pad during and
you have a
answering
walking pad?
emails. Yeah, it changed my life.
Wow.
It made me obsessed with my step count.
Me picturing my walking pad in my garage.
You have to open it. You have to open it and have your husband set it up. You have to open.
Lost. Really? Okay.
It's
does it
TikTok.
Is
it the TikTok one?
It doesn't have a rail.
Mine doesn't either, and that was my issue.
But I have a standing desk. And also,
Esther,
I can use it without the rail.
You don't need a rail.
Yeah, you're close to the ground.
No, I feel like she
You're
would.
fine.
I feel like she would just lean on it and somehow find a hack to not actually do the steps.
You're right. Get all the weight in the rail and just ride somehow float. Wait, I can't believe you use her walking pad. I'm so
TikTok's
triggered.
changed my life.
Well,
TikTok
yeah.
has every single worthwhile thing that I've done in the last few years is because I saw it on TikTok.
It is so good. Wait, tell me more. For me, it's like a lot of, I'm like supplement talk. Like I heard though that you started magnesium.
Yes, I take citrate in the morning and glycinate at night.
Whoa, wait, citrate in the morning?
Citrate in the morning.
You're nasty.
Well, we're not doing 3-8s yet, guys.
I got some.
Okay, 3-8's
What's
good.
that?
Tell her about it.
It basically it's good for brain fog to kind of.
What's it called?
It's
magnesium 3-8.
3-8?
It's just another kind of
it's a
magnesium.
subset of magnesium.
When do you take that?
I take it in the morning.
Because that one is supposed to help you focus, right? It's
Yeah.
good for your brain.
How do you spell
Yeah.
that?
THREONATE.
Okay, great.
Wait, citrate in the morning is kind of throwing me off. I'm like, I don't
That's
trust
supposed
you
to
all
be
of a
for
sudden.
digestion.
Yeah,
right?
but
and glycinate's supposed to be for sleep.
Yeah, so I do glycinate at night.
Am I saying them wrong?
I don't know.
You're fine.
I'm just, whatever. I'm just
Come
feeling
for
it.
me, internet. This is the thing I get canceled for. I thought it was glycinate.
I take that one at night, and I that's the one like do or die. Like I will take that I will never stop taking it.
Right.
It's relaxing, helps me sleep. It's good for your muscles, whatever. But citrate, I thought is good for going to the bathroom,
Yeah.
and I thought I'd take that at night.
I take mine at night,
Oh,
but you can. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just take it.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it at night if I'm supposed to.
Well, if
Should I take all the magnesium at night, or you take the brain fog one in the morning?
yeah, 3
Yeah,
and 8 in the morning.
but my partner takes the 3-8 at night because his naturopath said the 3-8's actually better at night.
What? Mm-hmm. How dare you say this?
I threw
crazy
you
thing?
off.
Seems
I
like a
know.
lot of magnesium to take
It's
at
a
night.
lot of magnesium. Also, like
Do you
here's
take 3
some-
separate types, or do you
no,
get like
right
a
now
combo
I'm just
one?
on the citrate. The I kind of just cycle through.
Mine is
different ones.
individual. I could never combine into one pill. I would.
I don't trust them.
Yeah.
I'm like, what percentage is this?
Yeah, I need to know percentages very well.
Yeah.
What are you? Now I'm into supplement talk. Is
Yeah. Are we all vitamin D deficient?
Of
Isn't like everybody?
course.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah,
Don't insult me. Yeah.
I worry about your vitamin D for sure because you're very anti-sun, right?
Yeah. Thank you so much. I was at a baby shower this weekend with my friend who works in cancer research at Harvard. Not to
Oh my
brag.
gosh.
He's,
Wow, you have
Like you
smart
did it.
friends.
Not to brag.
I work at Harvard now. It's Christina, one of my friends through Christina. My childhood best friend is pregnant and went to her baby shower. But he was saying, because I'm like, when am I ever gonna, I just ask a cancer researcher a question? I hit the jackpot with this guy. And he was like, with as pale as you are, you just need to wear sunscreen because you live in California. That was all he said. So I'm just passing that along. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
That's the only health advice he gave you.
Yeah, that's it. He was like, you're pale, you live in California, you need sunscreen.
See, whenever you get a doctor in real life,
That's good.
they never give you anything.
They're too tired.
That good. They're so tired, and they're
Yeah.
like, I mean, it's like asking us for a joke. It is actually kind of rude for us to be
Yeah.
like, do you have any insights? They're like, hand sanitizer, and you're like, okay,
Yeah, right.
my bad. Sorry for bothering you, sir.
I know.
I was at one of my best friend's weddings in Hawaii, and Bobby came with me. And there was a doctor there who was a urologist, and Bobby found out that he was a urologist. And in the middle of,
he pulled
people
his dick
mingling.
out.
no, he was like, "Hey, dude, my dick looks this way, or I'm going through this." And he didn't know the guy, and the poor guy was like, "You gotta go see your doctor, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you." And I was like, "Bobby, you can't just go up to people and ask them just because they're doctors about why your dick looks like that." And he was like, "Oh, you're right." But this poor guy was like in shock. Like, he didn't know him, so I don't think we should be asking
Well,
doctors.
this is a
like,
friend. This is a friend.
Yeah, and it's a very different. Say, what skincare tips do you have?
I didn't like-
compared to my dick smells like
Yeah,
fish.
I didn't like
That's such a
bend
fish.
over and was like, put a finger in. I mean, I'm not saying I would never do that if a proctologist walked in the room, but
Well, what kind of doctor would excite you the most right now?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Like, in that same setting.
I feel like I'd love to talk to an ENT or a gastro, maybe.
Oh yeah,
I don't know. Or
ENTs always just say you have acid reflux.
They never give you anything.
They're always like, it's acid reflux. You're like, I really don't think it is. They're like, it is though.
That's all. I know, it's so frustrating. You know who would really impress me? An immunologist. Have you ever heard of those?
Oh, that's good.
I don't even know what they do, but just the fact that it's called immunologist.
Yeah.
I want to know what they could do for me.
Yeah, maybe I would probably get really excited over like a functional medicine.
Yeah.
Or an endocrinologist because of all the woman stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The hormones
Yeah.
and all of that.
But Taylor doesn't have hormones anymore, so she's fine. Lucky.
You're basically the poster child for low estrol, right?
Low estrogen. Oh, yeah. I'm a big fan. Yeah. Someone at work is on it too. And we were like, you don't get yours. I'm like, I don't get mine. And I was like, okay, but we're fine, right? Yeah. High five. It's totally good. We're fine.
Do you have like, what are your current, because I know you're like, you don't have time to get sick. And you know I'm a hypochondriac. So like, do you have health tips? Are you other supplementing besides magnesium?
I started gargling hot salt water in the morning and at night.
Why?
Because I was told to.
Okay. By a hot girl?
By hot girls on TikTok and doctors and ENTs. So everybody. Holy Trinity. Everyone from all sides. I was getting.
I love when they all agree.
Yeah. For a while, I was gargling hot salt water with hydrogen peroxide. Is that wrong? Because I have a friend, one of my best friends from high school is a doctor, and I saw her, and she was like, hydrogen peroxide's bad. You're not supposed to do that anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't do hydrogen peroxide anymore. I feel like they used to do that for a long time.
Yeah.
I think my dad used to do that.
Gargle it?
Yeah.
Why would
it
you
didn't
do that?
feel right.
Yeah.
But I was also like, this is definitely killing germs in my throat.
It's also killing me, but it's also
two birds.
But the salt gargle has been around for a long time.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is just a very like easy like home remedy for sore throats.
Well, I thought it was you only do it for sore throats, but they're like, no, do it every day for your voice.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like, I'm just talking so much now that my voice is really.
Do we know what that does for you if you gargle salt water without like having a sore throat? Do you know?
I think it just probably washes away like
Bacteria
the bad bacteria or anything that
I'm very
excess.
pro bacteria.
She is very pro bacteria.
Yeah, I feel like we're not.
But you're a hypochondriac?
Yeah, I just
That's a great one.
I'm confused.
I think they go together. I can take this home.
Okay.
I think that we are overdoing it with killing our bacteria, and some of our bacteria is good and we want it. This is a difficult position that we're in though, because we don't know how to kill the bad and leave the good. So I'm just like trying to play it safe. And
Home Chef is not just another fish in the meal kit C. They're the gourmet catch you've been dreaming of. Say goodbye to swiping left on lackluster meals and swipe right for the one brand that'll make your taste buds swoon. Home Chef provides fresh ingredients and chef-designed recipes conveniently delivered to your doorstep to simplify your cooking experience. Home Chef has you and the entire family covered for delicious meals without the hassle. I love their shrimp tacos. I had, oh my God, the best Thai lettuce cups. They were so good and so easy. And not only is it convenient, it's economical, okay? We're saving money on groceries over here. For a limited time, Home Chef is offering our listeners 18 free meals plus free dessert for life and, of course, free shipping on your first box. Go to homechef.com/Trash Tuesday. That's homechef.com/Trash Tuesday for 18 free meals and free dessert for life. You heard that right. Homechef.com/Trash Tuesday. Must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert.
Good Americans Always Fits jeans are a total game changer. These jeans fit like a dream.
You guys, I cannot believe that we got this sponsor because I have been a fan of their jeans since I first tried them years ago. Whether I'm going to work, I'm going to dinner with friends, or I'm just having a mom day, I always reach for my Good American Always Fits jeans because they're comfortable, they're flattering. I don't know what is in the secret sauce to these jeans, but they're unlike any other jeans that I've tried. And I also used to live in sweatpants, but now I live in these jeans.
Good Americans Always Fits limitless 4-way stretch and recovery denim moves with you, stretching up and down 4 sizes, holding its shape and flattering yours. Their gap-proof waistband, tummy smoothing technology, 100% stretch and reinforced belt loops. Shop now at goodamerican.com or click our link in the description here. Use promo code TRASHTUESDAY for $50 off your first pair. Don't forget to select podcast at checkout and choose our show to let them know we sent you. We're really excited to have Kalshi as a sponsor, and we want to tell you a little bit about this app. It's the first and largest legal prediction market that lets you trade on pretty much anything. Kalshi has hundreds of markets you can trade on, such as whether inflation will go up or interest rates go up, who will win the Oscars or the Grammys, who will be the #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 songs next week, whether the US math scores will decline this year, even trade on details of the upcoming election. Here's how it works. If you buy something for 33 cents and you're right, you 3x your money, and you can buy as many contracts as you want. Kalshi is giving a $20 bonus on their app for the first 500 people who join with our code and deposit $100. That's right, get a $20 bonus when you deposit $100 using their mobile app. Go to kalshi.com/Trash Tuesday and download the app today. That's kalshi.com/Trash Tuesday. kalshi.com/Trash Tuesday on your phone to get a $20 bonus when you deposit $100. Don't wait. This special offer is for the first 500 listeners who join. Kalshi. Yep, you can trade on that.
How are we killing our bad bacteria? What are the most common ways?
I think like over hand sanitizing post-COVID.
Yeah, for sure. Like super bugs and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Overuse of antibiotics.
No, and I'm fine, but I'm no, don't put the camera on me. Don't edit around me. Edit around my face.
Cut her camera.
Got my camera. Okay. You think that's bad? I wash my hands and do hand sanitizer like every time.
Interesting.
Since COVID. I was never like that.
Okay.
And then post-COVID, I'm like,
I feel like if you're in an environment where you're constantly like around
meeting new people.
yeah.
Like I will hand sanitize if I've just been exposed to like a shit ton of what I feel like is like gross stuff or
Yeah.
gross people, but on a regular, never when I'm at home or never if I'm.
I do it after I touch my phone. So I'm like, this has been everywhere today.
But the phone is really disgusting.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll wipe my phone down.
You know what I do? What I didn't invest in COVID that I wish I did and I should get is like I want one of those like fancy box sterilizers that like rich
the
people
light?
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that. And then you just come home, put your phone in it. I should probably get something like that for my like baby toys. I don't
Just
know.
like, how do we know that's working?
I know. I don't believe anything.
Or that
don't believe
wand.
it.
Remember the wand where you would have to just, you know.
Yeah, I just don't know. Do you like hearing about people being sick, or does it scare you?
It's not like I don't like it.
I don't know. I don't know what
Tell
kind
me
of
about your
hypochondriac.
cough. Why are you hiding a sickness?
No, I'm not hiding a sickness.
Not like the present day, but is there one you want to tell me about? But
Well, okay. I don't. Well,
what's going
have
on?
you ever? No, nothing. Have you ever had mono?
Yes.
You did. When?
Yes, I had it at the exact right time in 8th grade.
Oh, you guys, that's such a hot girl thing to
Amazing.
get.
In 8th grade.
Yeah, it was
Lucky.
Do you know you can like get it again?
No.
Yeah, because it's Epstein-Barr virus,
Right.
And they make it sound like, oh, you can only get mono once in your life. That's not true. You can have EBV flare-ups, which is just mono. You can get mono again throughout your life if your immune system like plummets or something else happens. And COVID, this is according to the ENT acupuncturist and functional medicine doctor I saw, they were like, people are getting COVID and then it's triggering their EBV and then they're getting mono again.
Is that what happened to you? Mm-hmm. So did you have it when you were younger?
I don't know. I had a boyfriend in college who had full-blown mono, and I went to my doctor and I was like, can you test me for mono? My boyfriend has it. And she goes, are you tired and sad? And I said, yes. And she goes, you probably have it. There's no point testing you.
What?
And I was like 19. She wouldn't test me for it. And I was like, okay. And then I'm like, I bet I'm fine. It's okay. Because I was like deeply depressed. I had no idea. I still don't know. And who's to say? But I got mono back in November and it was really, really bad. And I was like, where on earth did I get that? Like, I'm not like really dating. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how I would have gotten this. So I think it was just like being exposed to COVID probably.
So
That
it
triggered it.
So
Yeah.
it basically stays like latent in your body until your immune system is
It's like
compromised.
chickenpox and
yeah,
shingles.
like shingles.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
I had shingles.
As an adult?
Yeah, it was
Oh my
awesome.
That sounds horrible.
It was crazy.
How old were you?
Like 25.
What happened? What triggered your shingles?
I think it was stress, but it was like not even a reason to be stressed. It was just like normal. I might have had to do with like starting caffeine is maybe something, and like caffeine gets me like excited and then stressed. But it just happened. It's kind of weird. I don't really know because it wasn't like there was anything particular going on. it just kind of came about. I guess I'm just really cool and pretty. So
Yeah, but see, mono is such a hot girl.
yeah.
It does not feel like it.
Wait, what were your symptoms when you got it the second time around? Because all I remember, I got it from sharing a Slurpee with like another girl. I know, it's so innocent.
That's so sad.
I know.
And I just remember the worst sore throat of your life, like stabby, razor bladey sore throat.
Yeah, I got a really sore throat first, then I lost my voice, and it was like that for weeks, and I like didn't know what was going on, and it was a few weeks before I filmed my special, so I'm fully on steroids for my special because I was so sick.
Did it help? Was it awesome?
Yeah. No, I mean, it gets you through it. You don't feel like great, but you feel like it like mutes your symptoms.
I've never been happier than when I was on steroids.
No way. I hate being on steroids. It gives me, was it prednisone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me feel so jittery.
Yes.
It makes me want to eat the 5 entrees at Panda Express for no reason at all. And I get the moon face if I'm on it a little bit too long.
See, I'm, like in the Truman Show when Jim Carrey's like, good morning, and if I don't see you, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Like, that's me on prednisone. I'm like, hello, everyone, let's talk. Like, I want to have like a 4-hour conversation
That's
with
exactly
every cashier.
you're roided out.
Yeah.
It's fun.
You're on the gear, baby.
It's fun to be friendly.
But you're between that and like getting really angry, aren't you?
Right.
I
You don't
remember.
have any of that. You don't have any of the
didn't when
irritation.
Not when
I'll
I
tell
felt
you.
like
Yes, that's exactly how I feel.
my whole special, I kid you not,
You're like-
we edited out me, like every 10 seconds was me going, and we had to edit it out. Like whoever had to do the audio in my special, I feel so bad for them because it's truly every 10 seconds I was like,
You guys had to call in like an Oscar-winning editor just to pull this off. Wait, I'm so glad you brought up your special because coming out to Peaches, Boys Want to Be Her.
God, love Peaches.
That song is so iconic. Was that your decision? Like it?
I wanted to come out to my first special and it was too expensive.
Yes.
So I've been waiting. I've been waiting.
That
to use it.
Nailed it.
Thank
Best
you.
song. I love Peaches.
So good.
Oh,
I was
just
really
love-
excited.
Okay, I'm
Peaches.
glad. I had to know that was your choice, and thank you.
It was also my choice to come up on the lift, which was a horrible decision.
Why?
So embarrassing.
No, I think it was cool.
Oh my God, it was so embarrassing. And I'm like, why is this going so slow? And I realized recently what happened because I was watching videos of Sabrina Carpenter on TikTok, who, by the way, I love Sabrina Carpenter so much, could not relate to music less. It's so confident. Every song she has, it's the most confident song I've ever heard in my life about how tiny and hot she is. And I'm like, this isn't for me, but I cannot stop listening to it. She's so good.
It's so good.
So good. Same with Brat. I was listening to Brat like this was not made for me, but I love it so much. But it's not for me, and I know that, and my personality is not Brat, but it's okay.
I never ever will let anyone say that music isn't supposed to be for them. Like if you enjoy it, it's for you.
It's not. Like, it would hit me differently if I,
But I do, when I look at you, I'm like, okay, she likes crooners. Like I do get that. The Rat Pack.
The other day, Sophie and I, we were working on one of the monologues for the show, and it was about the new Wiggle is really hot. Like they got a new Wiggle in the Wiggles, and he's really hot. And we were like, what's like a joke we can make about a band that switches out the members a lot, that gets new members? And she had put like Fleetwood Mac, and I was like, what about like Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons? And she was like, I don't think anyone's gonna get that. And I was like, okay, yeah, no, for sure.
Did you see Jersey Boys?
Yeah, I love Jersey Boys.
It's so good.
It's so good. But anyway, back to the lift. Sorry. I was watching clips of Sabrina Carpenter, and she came up on something, and she was in a squat, and then when they get halfway up, then they stand as it's coming up, and I'm like, oh, that's what you're supposed to do.
You just didn't have enough pop star training.
No, I
time.
didn't. I just stood fully up the whole time, and it was too slow. And I was supposed to squat and then go up, and I just...
This is why next special, it needs to be directed by like Wade Robson. Like you need a choreographer, Lorianne Gibson. Like that's I think what we need.
I think next special I need to do the thing where it just starts while I'm talking.
Because it's too awkward for you to exist, not doing
it's just-
stand-up.
Well, it's such a cool comedian thing to do, to have no intro.
Yeah.
And to just have like, it starts and it's you and it's in black and white probably. Like, that's like the cool thing to do. not coming down on stairs that are pink.
I think all options are cool. It depends like who's doing it. I think what you did was cool. I also think what you're describing, just starting is kind of cool, but make a choice also. Like, you know, I love the Adam Sandler special, the way it starts with like the little, oh my God, it's so good. It's so good.
I'm so excited.
And by the way, your special was amazing. It's one of the best specials I watched like in so long. I was blown away. It was so good. Like, because I feel like your style of comedy is one that I really, really enjoy, which is like, okay, she's being like honest and vulnerable and she's just sharing real shit, but making it funny. And like, because I don't need to see like wacky, silly stuff. Like I want, you know, I want to feel like relate to the person and like you're a human up there. It was just, it's really, if people haven't watched it, have it all.
Yes.
And I'm curious, like, because you're touring, you're going back on tour. What are like some of the themes? Like, what are we talking about now? What's on your mind?
So this hour, I think, is going to be more like my second special, Look at You, which was, I think, darker. Like, I think Quarter Life Crisis, which was my first one, was more like Have It All. And I did that on purpose because I thought Look at You was, again, darker. So I wanted to do like a lighter hour for me too, because doing Look at You for a year and a half or 2 years was kind of got to be a lot, to be going on stage and like talking about my mental health and my dead mom for an hour. So Have It All was much lighter. And then this one is like very personal again, and it's a lot about religion and like growing up in church.
Really?
And and like coming out as queer and like all those things. And then like talking about whether or not I want to have kids. And then a bunch of jokes about dying.
Now, do you have it all? Like, or Have It All, your special? You like, are you already at a place where you have your new hour and you're just that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working on it this year in clubs up until this point, and I have one more weekend. I'm doing like the Philly Helium next week, and then we're in theaters, which I guess is like technically when the tour starts. But yeah, that's why it's called the Save Me Tour, because I was scared people were gonna come out and be like, this was a lot about religion and we weren't told, and this isn't CBS. And I'm like, we told everyone. We made it abundantly clear.
So does that mean when you're touring in comedy clubs, it's more like you're finding it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think now, like I was in Seattle last week and I was like, oh, I have this like memorized now. That's nice. But I had like my notebook out all summer and was moving things around and figuring out what order everything needed to go in. Because I always kind of have a rough idea of what subjects I want to talk about for the next hour. Yeah. But not exactly how I'm going to do that yet.
Yes.
So
I have a similar process where it's like, it's what the subject and the areas. Like, all my friends make fun of me because I call my jokes areas first. Because it's like the area is the most important thing to me.
Yes.
Like, not the comedy. Just like, what's the area?
That's how I feel about transitions. I'm like, what's the transition between the areas, to use your word? Like, when I'm working stuff out, I'll write all the jokes that are under that subject in one color. And then when I switch colors, it'll be the next subject. So if it was like all the religious jokes, those are all written in red. And then all the death jokes are written in black. And then all the kid jokes are written in blue. And kind of look at it that way. But I need to have really clear transitions, subject to subject, so it doesn't feel like jarring. Like, I don't know how comics go up and just do a collection of bits. You know? Like, I wouldn't be able to remember that. To just go, like, you know what else is weird? And it's something totally different. Like, I can't.
I know what you mean. It's so much easier to know your stuff when it's like, it's a story almost for you in your head. I see what you're saying. But see, a transition isn't that important to me because I'm like, people don't really care. Like, you could totally switch subjects. It's fine as long as it's still, you know, funny and interesting or whatever. But I think a transition is more for me. Like, so I know what. Okay, like after this hot girl stuff, what's gonna, like, we'll talk about, like, death.
Yes.
Yeah, not death after that, but, you know, something that makes sense to me.
And it's probably just some type A behavior on my part where I'm like, I hope people leave, and if they didn't like it, they were at least like, it was well organized.
Structurally sound.
Structurally sound, yes. It really built to a point that I didn't agree with, but.
I mean, if you have theater critics coming, like, that is something, like, I feel like they would not acknowledge that.
Yeah, and I don't, but we did.
Wait, what are your favorite musicals of all time? Because I know you're a musical junkie like me.
Oh my gosh, how did we not start with this?
I know.
Wait, so every time do you go to New York, do you see a bunch of shows?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I have not really seen anything amazing lately, if I'm being honest.
Because you've been with your baby?
Well, no. I just don't think it's been a great...
Did you see Oh Mary?
No, I need to see that. I missed
so
out on
good.
that. Yeah.
It's still going.
Okay.
Got extended.
Okay. I want to see that.
really
What else?
I saw Stereophonic and The Outsiders.
How were they?
Oh.
They were great. They were both great. Very different.
Did you
obviously.
see? I like go to the cheesy ones. I saw Back to the Future.
I wanted
Was
to
that
see
one
Back
good?
to the Future.
It's like kind of dumb, but it's the good parts of it are so good that I was like, I would see this again. But it's also like the music isn't that good, but like the nostalgia and the fun, like it.
Yeah.
I cried so much. Like
You cried?
It's beautiful. I mean, that's my favorite movie. So like, of
Have
course.
you seen Six?
Yes.
I love Six.
I love 6 too. Yeah.
I guess the people who wrote that just came out with another one.
Oh my god, that final song.
It's
he
so
went down on one knee. Okay, I'll stop. But
It's so good. I've seen it like 3 times.
it's amazing.
It's so fun.
It's yeah. Okay, wait. What else?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I've seen a lot. Did you see Beetlejuice?
No.
Since the movie's out? You see Beetlejuice? You saw it? I loved it.
That was great.
Yeah, I
I
loved
should
it.
have seen that. What about when you were younger? Were you ever in musicals?
No, I can't sing. I can't sing. I can't dance. I can only do stand up.
That doesn't.
This is the one thing I can do. Truly, if I could sing, I would not be here right now. Okay?
Wait,
I would be doing something else.
I was literally like the other day. I went like so rogue on stage and was talking about how like if everyone who you see on stage doesn't want to be here tonight, I was like anyone who's a stand-up comedian, like this was not the first choice.
That's so funny.
and I was like,
Were you at the store?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was coming for the women comics too. I was like, especially if they're a female, like we're just here because we're not pretty enough to do other things. Like I was totally in a shame spiral. It was
That's so funny.
I was having a meltdown about like this is not the first choice.
That's hilarious.
What do you
Kinda
think?
true.
What would
It is
either?
totally true, except for like I can think of a bunch of super hot female comics that I'm like, you could have done other things. But I don't know. You just didn't go that way. Like Nikki Glaser could have done anything she wanted.
She
but
just made a terrible mistake.
If up
I'm
until
like,
this,
Nikki, look in the mirror. You don't have to do comedy.
don't have to
You're
be
so
here.
hot.
if up until this point, like you're not where you are, like right now, and you're not where you're at, like what do you think your plan B would have been?
I mean, it's so disrespectful for me to say this because it's like, it truly is the hardest job. I would have been a teacher and I would have been like, oh my God, I'm so bad at this. This is so hard.
See, teacher. Okay.
Subject.
English. I think it's crazy that was my backup plan when I was
Why?
younger because that job's so hard.
It is really hard.
And it's wild that we just walk around like, I guess I'll teach. Oh, okay. I guess I'll do the hardest thing imaginable.
No,
and
see,
not
to
get paid
me,
enough for
yes.
it. Yeah.
To me, when I hear teacher, I go, okay, I never would have thought of that. But then now that I'm thinking it, I'm like, that sounds so fun. You just are hanging out with high school kids. Like, how is what?
You loved high school too much, and it shows.
You want to hang out with high school kids?
Esther.
You're so short, they would not respect you.
Yeah, you would get things thrown at you.
They'd be like guessing how old you were. They'd be hitting on you.
No. You have it all wrong. Miss Pavitsky would be very cool. Very well liked.
You had a great high school experience, and it really, really comes through.
I know. I loved high school.
I
but
know,
that's
right?
see, that's
What a-
sad.
Terrifying.
How
right?
sad is it to be a 36-year-old woman sitting here smiling talking about high school?
Did you go to a reunion?
I didn't, and I regret it.
Why didn't you go? You have a spot? You're like, I'm in the OR. I
It
can't.
actually did occur during a time where I was like in my extreme career focus
Yeah.
era where like I missed weddings, funerals, like I missed everything important in life.
Yeah.
And I've come out of that now, and now I would like I would go to like a friend's like cousin's wedding across the world. Like I would just do anything now because I like missed that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I never got to do it. Did you go to a high school reunion?
No, I think ours would have been 2021.
Oh,
So, no,
okay.
I think my high school's trying to whoever the organizers are trying to con people.
What do you mean?
Because every year I get invited to a reunion. And
so
I think they're
awesome.
just
That would be
trying to
me.
like,
Do they ask for money?
yes, because tickets are like $150 or $200, and I'm
sorry,
like,
tickets?
yeah, they're tickets.
There are tickets?
There are tickets.
It's a ticketed event?
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess that does make sense.
So I'm like, oh, this is just like a money making scheme.
oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
not.
Wait, did you like high school?
No.
What?
Of course not. Are you serious? You thought I liked high school?
Why not?
You've been walking around thinking I liked high school? Why not? Because it was terrible.
Really?
I mean, parts of it were good, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I was so uncomfortable. I was very depressed. Mm-hmm. I was in marching band.
Were you not depressed at all, Esther, in high school?
I was not depressed in high school. I had like I really had like a bout of anxiety, like my first really like, oh, this is anxiety happened to me, but I was not depressed in high school.
She was dancing.
She was dancing.
She was dancing.
Truly, that might have been it. Like the endorphins from dancing like 10 hours of classes a week after school. Like maybe that's maybe
Were you
that-
popular?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I really
You had to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do I say this? Yeah.
were you guys losers? What's going on here?
Yeah. Were you
Depressed.
a loser?
Oh, depressed. And apparently the school face queen. Like it was. Like, apparently, I was the girl that sucked everyone's dick, and it wasn't
You were
true.
bullied.
I was bullied. It was.
yeah.
I was so depressed. I tried to kill myself so many times.
Why am I laughing?
I know.
The way you said it was funny. That's all I'm going to say.
I know. When I think about it now, like I bristle. I'm like, oh, how can I can't even. I relate to you so little when you with the way you talk about high school. I'm like, how can anyone enjoy that time of their
Yeah.
life? It was so disastrous for me. Plus.
Move my chair closer.
Also, by
I
the
can't, there's too many
way,
wires.
like I'm so sorry you were in marching band because that
Thank you.
probably just like doubled the pain.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Well, my dad insisted we all do 4 years of band, like 5th grade through 8th grade. And if you do that, all your friends are in band by the time you're in 9th grade. And
This
like,
doesn't sound good.
no, it wasn't great. Like my best friend, Courtney, she was deciding between cheerleading and band in 9th grade because she could like do gymnastics and stuff. Like she would have made the cheer team. And she went with marching band, and thank God she did, because we would not be friends, I don't think, today, because she would have,
She would have
outgrown
left
me.
you behind.
She would have left me behind, as she should.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, all of us just kind of like went into marching band, because we're like, well, this is what we've been doing for the last few years. What else is there? And then I finally stopped doing marching band my senior year so that I could do drama. And that was
Oh.
really fun. Yeah.
What did you play?
I played clarinet for 5 or 6 years, and then I played trumpet for 2. Yeah.
Look, my baby daddy played clarinet, so I
Really?
Yeah, it's rough.
Wow.
I know. I'm doing a big favor to the world.
A man who played clarinet. Clarinet is a tough instrument. It is.
He claims he's amazing, so
Is he?
You've
You've never heard him play?
No, I've recently asked. I know. We'll see.
He thinks he's amazing, and he hasn't ever played while you've been together?
No.
But is clarinet something you play for your spouse?
I don't think it's something you play for anyone. Personally. It's not a solo
And that's why
instrument.
you're successful.
Yeah. Well, that's like something you should play in an ensemble.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
wouldn't serenade anyone
That's what I'm thinking.
on a clarinet.
I would take it. I would take a serenade. I don't know. What do I care? Wow. So both of you guys did not like high school.
No.
So you were like
God.
excited for it to end.
Yeah. I thought college was going to be better, and then I was like, oh, these are just the kids from high school.
College was not that much better. I cried in graduation, not because I was emotional about leaving anyone. Like I cried because I was like, it's finally over.
I hated college
I
a
can
lot.
leave.
I did hate college.
Did you finish?
No, I did 2.5 years.
Nice.
Yeah. You?
I did 3.
Oh.
Then I did
I'm
NACA.
the only college graduate.
Nice.
Who would have thought?
Wait, what's NACA?
Took me 10
What-
years.
National
Oh.
Association of Campus Activities.
What
It's
is
when
that?
people you don't know about this?
It sounds like something.
You'll know. It's the thing where
stand up?
yes, comics would
Yeah.
submit,
Oh,
and like
yes.
magicians and whoever else would submit to regions of the country for these conferences where all these college kids would come and book you to do shows at their school. with
That's
the money
right.
The school gave
And
them
those
for
are
entertainment.
nightmarish, right?
Yeah, no, they're not good. And then you'd go do the gigs, and like, there's no adults. It's just you meeting a bunch of kids in a cafeteria who hand you a check after you perform for people eating, who are like, "Can you stop?" But I made enough money to quit my job and quit school and move to LA.
That's what matters.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. Like, I wonder if because you guys both hated high school and you're both very like hardworking, successful people, if there's something to that, like that you like.
You don't think you're hardworking and successful?
I don't. I think you guys are more so than I am.
Esther, no. Yeah. Here's the thing. You have the look. I think the perception is that you like to bed rot and it's like part of your identity. But you are a master delegator. She can literally get things done.
That's not a compliment.
No, that is a compliment because that's just being resourceful. Like, there are a lot of people I meet who have a lot of energy, who can just put pen to paper, who can do 20 million things in a day and still, in my head, get nothing done.
Yes.
And they're kind of in the same level and they have no like growth spurts. You, on the other hand, you might not have the same level of energy. I don't either because I'm a potsy girl. But like, you know how to delegate. I know how to be resourceful. I know who to ask, what to ask for, and get things done and kind of get a team around me.
Do you feel like you delegate, or what's your...
I think I've had to learn to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have what feels now like a very big team that feels sort of overwhelming if I think about it for too long. But nobody with a thriving career is doing it by themselves.
Yeah.
You know, like it does
agree.
take a team of people to make someone's career happen
That's a good point.
at a certain level.
And it takes a certain level of like them believing in you and really like rallying for you to be like, oh, I guess, yeah, I'm doing this.
Yeah. Also, I feel like once you start paying all these people, you're like, yeah, I'm going to delegate. Like, you know, like you told me to hire somebody else for this specific thing. So I'm going to need that person to do that specific thing because I am paying so much money for that thing that I think you start to have those standards, you know, whereas like when you're younger, you're kind of like, thank you so much for representing me and taking a chance. And I'm really sorry. And, you know, you sort of feel like you have to prove yourself to the people representing you.
Totally.
And then at a certain point, you're like, oh, I am actually making everyone money now.
Right.
So I'm going to need everybody to do these things so I can keep doing the one thing that got us here.
Right. I still, every time my agent calls me, I'm like he called me like last week, it was a Friday afternoon. I was like, is this the call where you drop me? Like every time.
Serious?
But it's kind of a joke because he's like mean to me and I like it. I know. It's a little sick game we play.
How long has he been your agent?
For like over, like, I don't know, at least 10 years, probably longer. Yeah.
Do you guys read your comments? Do you pay attention?
Here and there.
Are they too scary?
They're scary.
No. Okay, you can't.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, I can't either.
There's an after midnight subreddit that everybody pays attention to at work, and I'm like, please do not tell me.
Same.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even want to read the good stuff because I can't read any
It'll
of
just
it.
bounce right off you.
Yeah, and also it's just everything hurts. You know, they say like if you've been in something so long, like things start to hurt less. They don't.
No.
You're just consuming it less, and you're finally setting boundaries for yourself to like not go there and read that stuff. But yeah, no, it hurts. All of it hurts.
Yeah, I think that's like human nature. It goes back to like, again, like the subconscious thing. It's like, okay, there's people in the tribe that hate me, and like that's really scary.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know if I want to be that person that stops hurting from things like that, because then to me that would mean that I've hit a threshold to where I can withstand that kind of abuse. And I don't want to be the person that withstands that abuse, because then I'm like, well, in my real life, like then I have a high level, you know what I mean? Like I want to be sensitive to that, because if it's something hurtful and terrible, I want my sensors in real time to feel it. I don't want to be someone who's very much okay with being shit on or talked down to, because that's how I'm going to live my life in the real world, and I don't want that. Then I'm going to be like, some guy's going to be like, you fucking whore slut, and be like, he's fine, he's so sweet. He's fine.
He's probably a fan.
Yeah, I can take it. He's probably such
underneath it all.
He just
probably
thinks
a fan.
I'm pretty.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I don't want to be
He's
that.
flirting.
So I'm okay staying sensitive. I used to think it was such a weak spot for me, but now I'm like, no. this is supposed to hurt.
I love that spin. I'm totally taking that with me. That's such a good one.
Yeah, to say that, like, oh, just, let it roll off your shoulder. It's like, it's never gonna. Because I'm human and I'm sensitive, and it's okay to stay sensitive. I don't want to be like, I don't want to have too thick a skin.
Yeah.
Because,
I think some things roll off of me, and then some things don't.
But the things that do really make you stop and think, okay, like, this is something that I obviously, like, this is a wound of mine.
Yes.
That this person is, like, tapping into.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful out there.
Oh my
It's
God.
woundy.
That's a terrible place.
Injurious.
Wait, are there other things that we haven't touched on that you have learned on TikTok that have changed your life for the better?
Ooh, oh my gosh.
What about those refrigerator organizers?
Oh my gosh, we just talked about this on the show. Yeah, the fridge scaping. Oh no,
Yes.
you're talking about organizing.
No, but the fridge scaping is a real thing
That's
too.
wild.
Wild.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how to feel about this. I might like it, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to do it because that seems like you'd have to clean.
But if you were to thematically make your fridge, something, what would it be?
I mean, I liked when people were putting like fresh flowers in there and stuff. I thought that was pretty. But the organizing videos, those are very satisfying to watch. Again, never going to do it. Because also I travel too much. I'm never home enough to have a fridge full enough that it needs to be organized. Like I feel like you need to be like cooking.
Yeah. And also when you get those organizers, I feel like there's pressure to buy even more stuff.
Yes.
To fill them up.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they're just there and they're empty, it's a bad look.
Are we talking just like clear bins or something?
The clear bins, the soda one where you just pull one out and the other one comes falling through.
Do you guys cook?
I do.
You do cook.
Yeah, I have to. I'm not there yet.
What do you mean? You're not there yet.
I'm not at that level where I can, you know what I mean? Like
I'm trying to get to the level where I can cook.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
What are you saying?
Yeah, I think you've reached it.
No,
Cooking is the
like,
highest tier.
I would love a personal chef who rationed my food because I'm such a pig.
Oh,
Like a nutritionist or something like that.
Yeah.
Someone who's
okay.
like, here, this is all you're eating today because I have no self-control. I just want to
I didn't
eat
even
big
think
portions.
of that as an option.
But that is a certain level, right? Where you're like,
Yeah,
oh.
not what I was thinking about. I was just thinking as a person. I think I'm trying to get to a point where I come home at night and I'm like, oh, I'll cook some. Like I don't cook. I just assemble ingredients.
I feel like that's still cooking.
It's
Yeah,
not.
that's actually,
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
No, and an egg white omelet is not cooking.
It's cooking.
Kind of.
It isn't.
It's a gateway to cooking.
And it's not an omelet, it's a scramble. Now,
Of course. I knew that.
But I feel like I feel like scramble is like the ultimate life hack.
absolutely it is.
It's so mindless. It's just throw everything in there and it always tastes good.
Yep.
You can never fuck up a scramble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know
That's where I live.
I don't know what we're doing with like trying so hard to make it an omelet. Like it's kind of a pointless game. I definitely was in a scramble era this summer, like the spring or something. Like, yeah.
I did have, I think it's a French style omelet when I was in DC, and it was so fluffy and amazing. And I was like, I'm going to do this. I never did, not one time. But you just have to like keep the eggs moving the whole time on a really low heat. Everyone's nodding. Everyone knew
High
this.
pressure,
Okay.
yeah.
But I'm like, okay, do you bake?
No, because honestly, I would love to. And like every now and then, like I'll go to a farmer's market and get a bunch of one fruit and like make a fruit pie. And I think I'm like the greatest thing ever.
I think you are.
Thank you.
A farmer's market?
I know.
Fruit?
I know.
Pie?
I know. I'm amazing.
You're like every once in a while. Like, you said that in the way that I thought you were going to say every once in a while I go to Albertsons and I get a bag of brownie mix. And you're like every once in a while I go in and I get fresh farmer's market fruit and I make a pie.
No, it is truly, obviously, a magical moment when it happens. But here's the thing with baking. I love it. It's amazing. It's not safe. It is not a safe activity. It is a dangerous red level alert activity because you bake something, you are getting access to fresh baked, your hand-picked, hand-tailored, best ingredients, favorite thing, and then you just have 24 muffins and it's just
you have the actual amount you've always wanted.
It's you and the muffins. And it's like, what are you supposed to do? They're going to be bad tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're not going to be bad.
Okay, they're not going to be bad tomorrow, but they're going to get worse and worse.
They're going to get worse.
They're going to get worse and worse as the days goes on.
There's ways to store them in the freezer.
Yeah.
Freeze a muffin.
By the way, I've done that.
What are we doing?
By the way, I've done that. It doesn't stop
You
me.
defrost it the same day?
Yeah. It does the freezing thing. It's like, oh, then the next morning I'm having...
I'm sucking on this muffin. I'm going to sit on it till it's soft again.
Not a popsicle. Like, what am I doing? But like, cooking, I'm like getting more into. It's like, for me, it's all about get your cozy time on and research, find a recipe, make the list, buy the ingredients. Like, you just have to go so slow and easy on yourself.
Yeah.
It's just about finding that one recipe that looks, you read through, you're like, okay, I already have 3 of the ingredients. I just need to get 2 more. Like, I can do this. She gave me this chicken thigh recipe once, and then I made it, and then I filmed it on TikTok, and I have never...
And it didn't go viral.
It did go viral in a terrible way.
I mean, I looked at it and I was like, what is she doing?
That's the instructions you gave me.
I gave you sloppy instructions because okay, let's compare the picture I sent you to your finale. Because when you're like, I made it, and I looked at it and I was really proud of you for just attempting it. So I was like, hey, good job, little one. But then I was like, what did she do? Oh. Because you saw what mine looked like. You did, right?
You never told me to sear them. This was a chicken thigh stew. It did. I liked it, but the internet didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
How do you look at a video of a stew, and go, that's wrong?
I will.
Stew never looks right.
But she does something that I never thought to do, which is everything she cuts is symmetrical. And I'm very like fast, and I just throw everything in.
Yeah.
And hers was very perfect almost. And like everything looked...
I thought that's what you have to do, because then it cooks evenly or something.
No, because I just like cut the carrot in half, throw it in there. I don't perfect it's a stew. You just throw it all.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I bet it tasted okay.
It did.
Yeah, let's
Revisit?
let's revisit.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have an air fryer. Is that anything?
I think people are getting so creative with air fryers.
I love an air fryer. Someone told me you can get one that has 2 chambers and make 2 things at once, and now I have to have one. I'll probably just buy another one.
What do you make in your air fryer?
Everything. Salmon, vegetables.
So you
That's
cook.
all.
So you cook.
That's not cooking. That's air frying.
Okay, then.
That's chopping stuff up and like maybe putting some olive oil and lemon on it and salt, and then you put it in an air fryer.
You're being too hard on yourself.
I think so.
I don't think I am. Someone at work told me to do salmon in the air fryer, and I was like, what? And I'm like, do you have to, what if it's frozen? They're like, I thought they said that's fine. And I went home and I put frozen salmon in the air fryer, and that does not work. You have to
Really?
thaw it.
Thaw.
Yeah.
I actually didn't fully know that either.
Yeah, it didn't go great. I wouldn't recommend doing that.
But I understood the concept behind it, because you can take frozen bread, throw it in a toaster,
Right.
and it's better.
I do that all the time.
And it works great. It tastes delicious. Yeah, but not
Can
with...
you do toast in an air fryer?
Yes.
Oh my God. What
You
am I
can.
doing?
I've never tried it.
Well, I have maybe because my air fryer is like one of the like oven ones, you know?
Oh.
So it's a little different. It's like not like a traditional.
Mine's the
Yeah, I don't have that like.
You have the basket.
Yeah. Which feels not that adult.
Not good for bread.
It just feels like this is for fries, and we all know it.
Oh my God, Taylor, thank you so much for coming today. Like, I have been dying to chat with you, and this was well worth the wait, so thank you.
This was lovely. It was very nice to talk to both of you.
Is After Midnight back on right now?
It is back on.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
season 2 started last week.
Oh my God,
Years ago?
exciting. And the Save Me tour.
Save Me Tour starts in Buffalo, October 4th and 5th. And then I believe the next ones are like Savannah, Georgia, Hartford, Connecticut.
What's the website?
TaylorTomlinsonComedy.com. That's
Okay.
a good call. Just go to the website. Don't,
me
don't
stop
rely on
you.
my memory. Yeah. You're like, I've done this before. Just don't go there. Try to remember your tour dates.
You guys go see Taylor on tour. She is so funny, and I can't wait to see what you're talking about in the new hour. Like, I hope I can come see it in LA somewhere. And I'm coming to Austin, Texas, November 22nd, 23rd, and I will see you guys there. You can get tickets, probably the link in my Instagram bio. I don't think I have a website by now yet. Anything else? Is that it? Are we?
I think that's it.
Oh, that's it. All right.
Good? Wow.
Oh my God.
Did it.
Slugs, we'll see you next week with a brand new episode. Thank you, Taylor. We'll see you on After Midnight.